Got scammed by DoorDash on Mother's Day. This didn't just happen to me, this happened to hundreds and maybe even thousands of other people, and I came with receipts. There were so many issues with the Mother's Day promotion. I'm going to go through some of them that I'm aware of. So I've read the full terms and conditions posted by DoorDash for this promotion that they have, and I'm going to go through some common misconceptions. A lot of people are saying that, oh, the promotion doesn't work because you didn't meet the minimum $25 spend. There is no minimum spend. If you read the full terms and conditions, it just says qualifying stores. So if you went through the DoorDash app, clicked flowers, and you got a header that said get 50 or 75 off for gifts for mom, then if you clicked on it and then looked at the participating retailers, it should have worked. An issue that my friend ran into was they would make a qualifying floral purchase, then be taken to the Double Dash page, and it would show you all the qualifying stores for that $75 credit off. And it would say with a pink banner like $75 gift for mom or something, and they would go to a participating retailer, make their basket, go to checkout, and $75 wouldn't be deducted from the total. And that is really shady, but what happened to me was a lot shadier. So I bought my flowers, went to the Double Dash page, ordered from Ulta, and Ulta also had the banner where it says 75 gifts for mom or whatever. I'll put it on the screen somewhere. Built my cart, went to check out. $75 was deducted from the total, and the remainder I paid. It was like $16.01. I'm gonna put the receipts up on the screen. So I paid like the taxes, like bag fee, this fee, and all the random stuff. But $75 was deducted from my total. And that made my paying total $16.01. Fast forward to today. Today is Mother's Day. So I ordered the flowers to get delivered today. And after the flowers and my Ulta order got delivered, they decided to charge my card $74.90. For the promotion to work, it doesn't say that you have to spend exactly 75, over 75, like that doesn't matter. I guess my specific total came out to be like $74.90 something cents. And at the time when I was purchasing, it said my order qualified for the promotion and deducted $75 off. So now they're going back on their word and charging me an extra $74.90 what? And mind you, if you're gonna say, oh, you didn't check out within 15 minutes, I did. Now, there are several Reddit threads. This one specifically started 2 days ago where people are experiencing the same exact issue as me, where they were told that $75 was deducted from the total, would pay the remainder, and at the time of delivery would charge that extra $75 on top of them. And not just this Reddit thread, I'm gonna show you a different one too. This one's called I used the DoorDash Mother's Day promo, got charged full price, and support keeps gaslighting me. There's also so many more people on the Mother's Day promo scam page as well. I've been trying to get this resolved through DoorDash using online support and phone call, and both I waited an hour for and got 0 responses. So I'm gonna put up on the screen like DoorDash support number and how long I've been waiting, and my chat as well. So both phone and online support, I waited over an hour. Nobody has gotten to me, didn't connect with any representative at all. How am I supposed to get this issue resolved? I think saying that $75 was deducted from the total, having me pay the remainder, and then going back on that and charging me the full amount is really shady. And then chat support is going to all these customers who have followed the terms and conditions for this promo and try to gaslight them, saying, oh, you didn't check out within 15 minutes, this and that. They try to give every excuse in the book to say that, oh, we rightfully charged you. My friend was on chat support for like almost 2 hours last night, and the best solution they came up with was that they would just cancel their order. They were not compensated for their 2 hours of time trying to get through chat support. They went through 10 agents. Most of the agents just ended up hanging up and ending the chat on them. So DoorDash support sucks. And I'm not saying they're scamming every single customer. I've seen this deal work for a couple people that I know. So I know it's not like everyone's getting scammed. It is working for some people. So if this is a system error for a company that's as large as DoorDash, this should not be happening, and proper, like, I don't know, support should be in place for when these things do occur. When I was on chat support and the phone call, I had no estimated wait time. I feel like that's the bare freaking minimum you can give to a customer, is giving them an estimated wait time so they're not just sitting there blindly waiting because they don't know if it's going to be an hour, 6 hours, or 2 minutes. If you experience something similar, please let me know in the comments, and if there was a resolution to your issue, let me know how it got solved. I think for me, I'll wait until tomorrow, try to contact customer support one more time, and then after that, I think I'm gonna have to dispute the charges with my bank with all my receipts.
This message is for whoever decided to steal my credit card information and go on a shopping spree. I wish you nothing but the worst. I hope every morning you wake up, you stub your toe. And I mean, like, when you hit your toe underneath the bed, that little corner part, and it makes your pinky toe go like this. Yeah, and I hope it breaks it clean off. I hope you go outside to your car and it's sitting on cinder blocks. I hope they stole all 4 tires. Am I gross for eating this Jack in the Box taco? I hope every time you're about to doze off and fall asleep, you get a Charlie horse in your leg. And the thing about it is, I'm not necessarily mad about the money that's been spent because it's a credit card, you know, they can give me the money back. It's the fact that now I have to get on the phone and talk to customer service at Capital One. I don't want to do that. That takes time. Time is money. Time is not free. I will never get that time back. Get a job.
This has been such a bad day. I totally got scammed. I did this thing through Reddit and I sent my exchanged ingredients and they didn't send theirs, and it was all my extras, and I don't know when I'm going to be able to make Miniverse or any toys again. I'm really not doing well.
I'm pretty sure everybody got a story time about like a time they got scammed while they was in Atlanta. And yeah, I just feel like, you know what I'm saying, it wouldn't be fair if I didn't tell mine. Bro, I remember the time, bro. So I'm gonna try to speed this shit up because like it's 2 parts to it really that I need to talk about as to how I tried to go back and get my money back, right? And scam over somebody, which I shouldn't have did, but you know, fuck it. So this is a minute ago, right? This is probably about like 2016, 2015 or whatever. Whoop, whoop. And I had a bright idea in my head. I was like, you know what I'm saying, man, I'm gonna start selling shoes. I need to, you know what I'm saying, come up with a little hustle or whatever, right? So I'm trying to sell shoes and I'm like, all right, bro, I'm gonna go to this shoe plug who I thought was like reputable or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna buy some J's off him. I think it was like some Space Jam, some 11s or whatever, right? And mind you, he was working out of Greenbrier Mall. If anybody know about Greenbrier Mall, bro, off like near Campbellton and shit, then you know. But anyway, you know what I'm saying, I'm trying to buy shoes off buddy or whatever, you know what I'm saying. He come to me late night, right? So I can't really like shoe check or fact check the shoes or whatever to make sure like they like legit or whatever. It's dark outside or whatever, probably like 9 to 10 o'clock at night, right? And I get the shoes, you know what I'm saying, I'm looking at them as like best I can in the light or whatever, and I end up buying the shoes off buddy. Soon as I get in the house with the shoes, I was like, well, I ain't never had no Space Jams. Before I go sell these, I gotta put my feet in them, you know what I'm saying? Just check them out. So anyway, I go to put my feet in the shoes, I go to pull the shoe to like tighten it, the whole fucking tongue came out the shoe, bro. When I tell you, I'm looking at this shit and I say, bro, what the fuck? Instantly, I knew I got, but I knew, all right, I had to play it cool. If I get mad at bro right now, the money's gone for good. Like, I'm not getting none back out of this. So I text buddy on some smooth shit. I said, hey, bro, you know what I'm saying? Woo, woo. You know, I get the game. I know how I go. You feel me? I know how I go. But these fake and I need like, you know what I'm saying? Give me some type of compensation. He was like, bro, damn, bro, I didn't know, bro, you know what I'm saying? But I got you, bro, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna bring you something else. I can't get you your money back, but I can give you some Gucci slides if you want them instead. I said, yeah, I'll take those. So anyway, I get the Gucci slides or whatever, right? Those are fake too. At this point, I'm like, bruh, you know what I'm saying? I know I'm not about to get, you know what I'm saying? I'm not about to get my money back for real. So at this point, I got to go for broke. I'm going to resell these hoes. So I get to try to resell the Gucci slides, right? You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody really biting off on them for real, except this one older lady. Now I'm thinking I hit the lick. I'm like, oh, hey, yeah, I got off on her ass, bro. She about to get these slides. I'm going to get my money. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be good. She telling me, oh, yeah, I need these slides for my grandson. I said, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Where you want to meet up so I can sell you these shoes? She said, oh, we can meet up at the Target off Cobb Parkway or whatever. Woo, woo. I said, bet, say less. Now, mind you, on the Target Car Parkway back in the day, they had it where it was set up. They had like a little cafe or whatever, you know what I'm saying? By a little Starbucks and shit. So I meet up with her at the Starbucks, whatever. We sitting down, right? And I go to hand her slides. I go to hand her the slides, bro. She looked at the slides and was looking them over and said, "Oh, hell no, these fake." Out loud. Bro, I tell you, I was so fucking embarrassed and mad, bro. I said, "Give me that shit." And snatched some shits back, threw them in the bag, bro, and just walked the fuck out. Like, I was so embarrassed, bro. Like, she dead ass said that shit out loud. "Oh, hell no, these fake." Everybody looking around, I'm like, "Bruh, she tripping, bro." Oh, man. And I just had to bite the bullet, bro. And I never got my money back, and I got scammed, basically. And I tried to go back and get over on somebody, and that was like my karma, I guess. But yeah, bro, that was the one time I got scammed out here in Atlanta. One of the few times.
I cannot even make up what I'm about to show you right now. Okay, I was on TikTok a couple weeks ago, got an ad for a jacket. I'll show you. The original ad is obviously not up anymore. You'll find out why, but this is like what it looked like. So it was a jacket like this, like the cow print, that one that's like super expensive that's trending right now, like this and this. It was like a kind of combo of the two, but it had like the nice like metal zipper, the inside, like, okay, right? And I'm gonna preface this with like, I'm not dumb. Like, I can usually tell when something is not legit. I went to the site, I like checked out their return policy, like I went to the bottom and it said all the credit cards they took. I was hooked up to ShopPay, which like I love. I've never bought from a brand that was hooked up to ShopPay that like wasn't legit. So I'm like, okay, it said it was on sale. It said the regular price was like 60, 70-ish dollars. I forget what it was, but it was on sale for about 50. So I'm like, okay, cool. Like, you know what? Why not? Let's try it. Let's see how it works out. And then at checkout, there were two options for shipping. There was either express or overnight. And I was like, fuck that. I don't need overnight. I'll do express, whatever. It said like 2 to 3 business days. And it was like a Friday. So I'm like, okay, it'll probably be next week when it gets here. 2 weeks later, nothing. So I like tried to contact the company and be like, hey, like, what's up? Even if it's on the way, can I get my money back for the shipping? Because this is not express. Like, it's been over 2 weeks. And I never heard back. And then today I walk into my apartment building and there's a package for me in the lobby. And this is the return address on it. And I pick it up. I know exactly what it is. I'm like, oh, I know exactly what the fuck this is. But still, nothing could have prepared me for the item that I took out of this package. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys, but you can't laugh at me because, as I stated, like, I'm not stupid. The photos on there were not this. There was no sign of like, I'm not gonna get the right item. I knew it would probably be lower quality than like the shit they put in the ad, but I never, like, I'm so embarrassed, but it's so funny. I have to show you guys. Hold on. This is what I unwrapped from the package. Like, it's like the material of like those like performance sweatshirts that you get for your sports team in high school. Like, the zipper is fucking bright white, fleece on the inside. It girl fall jacket. It girl. Sorry if you wanted one. You actually can't find it on the internet anymore. Don't be jealous.
I cannot believe I just got scammed. I look at people when they get scammed online and I just wonder, like, girl, how did that happen? How did they take advantage of you? And now look. All I wanted was a DJI Pocket 3 camera. That's it, okay? I've been wanting one for the last couple years, but now that the cost has risen $300 within the last 60 days, I said, oh my gosh, I'm not going to spend $1,000 on this. Like, this is kind of crazy. So this person was selling it on TikTok for $250. Yes, that should have been a red flag. Okay, I realize that now. But the person called me. We were on the phone talking, chatting it up. You know, they were telling me they were a wife and a business owner and a mom. And, you know, they didn't want to sell the price for any crazy, or sell the camera for any crazy price. So I was like, okay, great. You know, so we agreed. I would send them half the money. Then they would send me the tracking number. And then I would send the other half, right? Send them half of the money. You know, it was kind of getting late. So we knew that we would do the tracking number situation the next day. Meanwhile, I go online and I buy some accessories for my new camera that I think is on the way. I sure did. I go to message them to figure out, where's the tracking number. They fell completely off the internet. Okay. TikTok page is no longer there. Their number, I guess I was blocked from the number. I was scammed. But you know what? Here's their page right here. They're still up there because I did go and I looked them up on my burner page. Okay. But like, if you really needed $150, like, that's okay. Karma's gonna come and get you though. Clearly, you needed the money. Now what am I gonna do with the accessories? Because I refuse to spend $1,000 on that camera. I want one, but my God, I can't believe I got scammed.
Oh my god, I look a fucking mess right now, but if you use PayPal, you need to listen right now, because it will save you all this stress. Delete that fucking app right now. Literally, I have upwards of $1,000 in there, and I got a fairly large payment for some work I'm about to do. And they randomly banned my account for suspicious activity and won't release any of the money for 180 days. So I will get my $1,000 that I need to feed myself and pay rent for 180 days. And I called somebody. I was on the phone for an hour. And essentially I talked to 2 supervisors and they both go, yeah, there's nothing we can do. It was just randomly locked. I have no other information for you. I can't tell you why it happened other than you have to wait. So I'm shadow up for rent. So delete PayPal, straight up.
I hate when I'm buying something online and it asks me if I want to check out using PayPal. No. I want to use Pay Enemy. Because it's like PayPal and then
I'm a victim of a marketing scam that was targeting large content creators for UGC work, and they stole thousands of dollars from me. I want to preface this video by saying that I never thought that this would be me. I'm a very smart human being. I don't fall for scams. As a seasoned content creator with larger platforms, I know what to look for, and this was so elaborate and so detailed that no one saw it coming. I was contacted through my business email by a production company that was claiming to work with a very large company that all of us know. The first thing I always check for is the email address, because all of the scams are always from Gmail addresses, and this was not. They had about 4 or 5 different email addresses with different accounts, all within the same company name. I always get brands asking for my media kit, so I did, and I sent it to them. I was then given an offer, and for a lot of people this might be a ludicrous amount of money, but it was in the scope of how much I charge for UGC content. I then received an extremely detailed contract, and although I'm not a lawyer, I sign contracts weekly, and I know what to look for, and it was legitimate looking. I had other people look it over, and it looked normal. So I signed the contract, and they said that they were going to overnight FedEx me a check. And I get paid in checks. This is quite normal. When I received the check, I then took it to the bank. They asked me to deposit it. The bank says, yep, looks good, deposited it, didn't have a hold on it. I was then instructed to go to the post office, and at the post office, I was going to load onto this prepaid account. And I was supposed to film at the post office, but the post offices would not let me film. I know looking back, this sounds really crazy, but it's very normal for us to be filming in stores. It's normal to receive checks. It's normal to be on a timeline. If you're a content creator, you know that brands literally give you days sometimes. So with the QR code, I went to the post office and I asked them if I could put my money onto this so I could get the card and then create the content with it. But I have a limit on my account, as most of us do, so I was only able to put a few $1,000s onto it, and then the next day I was to deposit the rest. And I know you're saying, Claire, like, how did you not catch this? But the money was in my account. The next day I went to go finish what I was supposed to do as per my contract, and my bank card says declined. We call up the bank and say, hey, what happened here? I'm supposed to be doing this contract. I'm going to be losing out on all this money. And they say, this check is fraud. And at that moment, I realized, after I had spent thousands of dollars of my own money, that I have been defrauded. And I know looking back, this sounds really obvious, but I had signed a contract, I had gotten a check, the check had gone through. They sent me shooting briefs of what I was supposed to make for the content. They had a website, they had an accounting department, they had a content creation department, they had an information department. All of the people I was talking to had extremely good English. Before I signed the contract, I made sure there was proper punctuation. I really looked into this. And because I had to prove who I was, they now have my identification. So they have already opened things up against my credit. And they opened up a Bitcoin account and took the money that I deposited, and it is gone. I can make another video to show you how detailed everything was and to show you the red flags. And money is money. Money will come and money will go. But I care about my safety, and I care that now I have had to go to Equifax. I've had to go to the police. I've had to put flags on my credit for the next 6 years. And what really upsets me the most is that my page is about empowering people who have a disability, and I was taken advantage of, and it was most likely because I also have a disability. And I don't want to come on here and cry because yes, this was me. Yes, I deposited the money by myself. I am responsible for my own actions. And the worst part, I can't even claim it as fraud because I paid cash because I willingly did it into my own account. These people are so smart. They are so detailed. I bet you it's run by someone who understands content creation because everything was legitimate looking. Please do not accept checks. Do not give anyone your ID. I've never felt so violated and unintelligent in my entire life. I'll make a part 2 and show you the do's and the don'ts and what is a red flag and what isn't a red flag in content creation and our business. But I had multiple people look this over and they all said that it was legitimate. So please be careful. These people are vultures and it can happen to the best of us. And as embarrassing as this is, I know that it's important to talk about because it can literally happen to anyone. Be careful. I love you.
I'm going to go on a rant for a second, so please bear with me. I am 28 years old and I've only been working in corporate America for, let's just say, like 5.5 years. Graduated college in 2019, got my first corporate job at the age of 22. A couple months later, turned 23. So yes, about 5.5 years. And the thought of doing this, like working in corporate America for what feels like the rest of my life, because I just don't understand or see how retiring is even a possibility at this point, pains me. It pains me. I just don't belong in corporate America. It is, I feel it in my freaking soul. This is not what I'm supposed to be doing. Corporate America is not for Julia Reiner. It's not for freaking half the population at this point because we're all freaking miserable and we're all underpaid. We work way too many hours and we don't get paid enough. Overworked, underpaid. There it is. That's what I feel like right now. And the fact that it has only been 5.5 years in corporate America is just, oh God, it is painful to even think about. Also, side note, look at my rings. They're so cute. I know that this is not what I am supposed to be doing for the rest of my life. It does not feel right. Oh my God, like the fact that I work 40 hours, sometimes more a week, and I don't even have enough money to like contribute to my savings. That's mind-boggling to me. That is so incredibly mind-boggling to me. The fact that my student loans are $500 a month and I have to potentially start paying my federal loan soon, screwed. I'm literally screwed. I don't understand how I'm supposed to do that. The fact that I am working, I'm overworked, underpaid, I can't put money into my savings. I can't, like, oh my God. God forbid I had to get a freaking college degree. Why did I do that? If I didn't, student loans are ridiculous. I'm trying not to stress. Is this what crashing out is? I think that's what's happening. I just want to frolic through the fields, create silly little content, and not work a day in corporate America ever in my life. How do I do that?
Corporate burnout is very real. I know people that are 27, 28, 29 that are already burnt out of corporate America because it's draining. It's sucking everything out of your life, especially in a world where you can't really afford much. I am an advocate for taking your PTO, creating a long weekend, maybe taking a Friday and a Monday off. Job security is important. making sure that you keep your job, but at the same time, you're not just solely existing to work your corporate job. A lot of people in their 20s, especially, get caught in a rat race, chasing the next promotion, trying to job hop for the next salary bump. Make sure that you're enjoying your life and you're not spending 50, 60, 70 hours grinding. And then when you wake up at 28, 29, you're fucking burnt. Something else that I've talked about a few times is make sure that you're not solely living for the weekend. It is not really a good existence to grind Monday through Friday, have nothing to do. By the time Saturday and Sunday come, you're burnt. Make some karaoke on a Tuesday. Go catch a sporting event or go watch a game with one of your homies. Go to a pottery class, go to Pilates. Mix up the week. Take control of your life. Do things that operate outside of your 9 to 5, your 50-hour, 60-hour week. Your employer is not the sole reason that you're existing. There's more life to live out there.
About 20 minutes ago, I just quit my job. I couldn't do it no more, you guys. When I tell you this job was literally having my hair fall out of my head, I literally have pictures. I was getting cursed at, and my last straw was they called me a disappointment. Sometimes you don't know the next step in life, but you just have to trust God in the process. So yeah.
I thought being in your early 20s was like supposed to be fun. I see all these bitches having so much fucking fun. I am miserable to my core, miserable. What the fuck? This shit sucks. I'm suing whoever told me that this was supposed to be the most fun time in my life, because it is not. Definitely not. Not even close.
These are the signs that you not being lazy, but you just burnt out. And this coming from a person who used to have burnouts a lot. I used to be a workaholic. I used to forget to take time out for myself. So it's easy for me to speak on this. The first sign is you was once highly motivated, but now you feel empty or numb. You used to be excited about your work, your hobbies, and your goals, but now even the things you used to enjoy feel meaningless or overwhelming. Sign number 2 is you want to be productive, but it feel like you just can't. It's not that you don't care. In actuality, you care a lot, but your mind, body, and soul feel heavy, and even small tasks feel difficult to complete. Sign number 3. You often fantasize about giving up and just quitting everything. You catch yourself thinking about dropping all responsibilities or just starting over completely, just to have a sense of relief. Sign number 4. You procrastinate, not out of laziness, but out of feeling stuck. Your tasks pile up, not because you're lazy, but because you feel mentally blocked when facing them. Sign number 5. You feel guilty for not doing enough. Even when you are actually doing something, you never feel like it's enough. And that constant guilt makes it harder for you to rest. Sign number 6. You have physical symptoms. Headache, stomach issues, insomnia, and frequent illness. This is your body waving a red flag. Sign number 7. You're more irritable, anxious, and emotionally reactive. Burnouts often lead to emotional exhaustion, which causes mood swings, low patience, and a sense of dread. And last but not least, sign number 8. You overloaded, not unmotivated. You've been pushing yourself too hard for too long without real recovery. And in a sense, your system is shutting down. It's trying to keep going, but it's tired. For everybody that's been feeling burnt out, be patient with yourself. Give yourself a pat on the back. You're doing a good job. You are enough. Take time out to treat yourself and don't cheat yourself. You can be gone tomorrow and the stuff you working so hard to get can be left to somebody else. So enjoy what you worked hard for. Get you some good rest. Treat your body right and it'll treat you right. That's why God said you should rest on the 7th day. Do nothing. Recharge. Wind down. Clear your mind. It's gonna be okay. You're gonna get back right. I love you.